All right, guys, we are back. Price action quiz number 2. Today, we are going to do this video again because you guys loved it so much the first time. I made that video just sort of playing around. I was like, hey, you know what? This would be fun just to try it out. And amazingly, you guys commented like crazy that you wanted to see more of these price action quizzes. So I figured we would go ahead and do it again. So what I'm going to be doing in this video, in case you haven't seen the first one, I'll catch you up here on the second one. What I've got open is tradingview.com. I'm using the replay function, which allows me to go bar by bar and show price action as it's playing out. Now, what I want to do in these videos is I'm basically going to set up a scenario and then I'm going to say, hey, would you go long or short in this instance? And from there, what we will do is basically you're going to keep track of your score. So again, we did this once already. It was really popular, so we're doing it again by popular demand. The rules are very simple. Keep track of how many you get out of a total of 20. Now, you'll have to make sure you stay to the end of the video so that you can watch for all of the different trade setups and keep track of your score. So if you're not at a point where you can watch the full video right now, then of course, maybe you could just save this to your watch later or something on YouTube and come back. So let me give you a quick example. Actually, we'll just jump right into it since I think the rules are straightforward and I think you'll catch on pretty quick if you are new to this series. And by the way, comment if you want more of these videos. I'll keep doing them if you guys really like them, but again, hit that like button, comment down below if you want more of these. The number of likes I get on my video does happen to have a big impact on whether or not I do more of those sort of videos. So again, hit that like button. All right, let's do it. So what I'm gonna do here is we're actually doing gold today. So we're gonna do the gold market on the 4-hour chart. And your goal here as a partaker in this quiz is to make a judgment call as to whether or not you think this market is going up or down next. I'm going to use this feature here on TradingView. It is the long or short function, and we're going to be setting basically just a random amount of distance. I'm just gonna set it up here on this screen, and you make the call. Do you think this thing is going higher or lower? So first one, quiz question of the day, number 1, here it is. Do you think the gold market goes up from here or down from here? You'll be right if it hits up here. You'll be wrong if it hits down here. For example, if you were to say buy. If you were to say sell, you would be right if it comes down here and wrong if it goes up here first. So get your opinion ready, get your decision ready, and let's get it. So we'll go first and see who the winner of the first one, and the sellers would have actually been the winner here. So again, if you sold that in your mind, you would now say, I've got 1 so far, 1 correct so far. Let's go ahead and continue on. We'll just jump right into the next trade. Let's give it a few bars, give it some chance to set something up. Here's a bigger picture view of the market, and let's go ahead and do option number 2 or trade setup number 2. Let's shrink this a little bit. We'll make sure it's a 1-to-1 just so it's fair to both the buyers and the sellers. There we go, perfect. Right here, are you buying or selling this market? I'm trying not to weigh in too much of my opinion also, by the way. I want this to be a fair quiz for you guys. So although I do have my own opinions, I've got plenty of videos where I've shared my thoughts. This is a chance for you guys to test yours. So again, current situation, what do you think? Get your opinion ready and let's go ahead and zoom forward. And there it is. Look at the buyers came in very strong. So if you chose to buy this market here, if you thought that this was going up, it was a tricky one. It went down first and then it shot straight through right onto the moon and landed the ship there. So again, we'll keep going, go a little bit further here. Let me set this to just scale a little bit nicer with the auto function. TradingView is such a cool platform. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it right here. What do you think here? Do you think this market is too high, is coming down? Or do you think this thing is about to rocket to new highs? Let's go ahead and set up the chart there. Get your opinion ready, have it in your head. This is trade number 3 and let's go. Trade number 3 going in for the sellers. The sellers came in very strong. So again, keep track of your score and we'll set up another trade scenario. And again, also I want to say, you guys, I know I'm going sort of quick with these. If you would like, feel free to pause the video when I say, you know, hey, where do you think it's going next? Feel free to stop the video, pause it for a moment and make up your mind if you need to. I'm sure a lot of you guys are already doing that, but for those who have not thought of that, that may be helpful to you to just take an extra second, especially if you're newer to trading and I'm going too fast for you. So there we go. There's our next trade setup. This is trade number 4. Are you going long or are you going short here on this this setup right here? Let's go ahead and do that. Bam. Long or short, get your opinion ready and let's go. Started out well for the bulls. Can we get another push up, or is this thing coming down hard? Look at that, you guys. That's a crazy candle right there. Did ultimately come up, although it gave some serious headache to the bulls. If you were long in that, you definitely had to sit there in real life, right? Because that's what this is all for at the end of the day. We're just practicing. You know, you have to think that would have been a little bit of a struggle waiting through the chop, but finally it did pay off for the bulls there. So we'll go ahead and go to number 5 on the trade quiz. Look at that shoot to the upside. Okay, so, you know, some of you guys commented on the last one, and I thought this was really cool. Some of you guys commented and said, well, there were certain trades that I wouldn't have taken, and I chose to sit out on them. I think that that's totally fine. At the end of the day, I want this quiz to be something for you guys. It's not about, you know, about me or my channel or anything like that. It's really ultimately about you getting some practice on the charts before you go out there and really do it. So maybe you would take a trade like this. Maybe you wouldn't. Of course, that is up to you and your approach to the market. If you have a strategy or you like certain price action setups, maybe you'd sit out on some of these. So of course, don't cheat yourself. Don't say, oh, I would have sat out of that after you would have won or would have lost. That's not cool to do because that doesn't help you. But I guess you could make up the opinion of if you want to sit out, that's up to you as well. So again, long or short, here is the next setup. I'll give you guys a second to think about it, and let's go. And the sellers got paid here. So it looks like the FOMO buyers would have been in trouble there. Buying at the top there, it was a scary move. Let's go ahead and set up trade number 6. Here we go. Trade number 6. We'll find another scenario to trade. And let's see if we can get something here. Change that back to auto. What a crazy move that is. Okay, right here. We'll go right there. After that little move there, do you think this thing is headed back to the highs? Do you think it's headed back down further? Get your opinion ready. Got it in your head, and let's go. And this is, again, trade number 6. Started out well for the sellers, and there it would have gone. So you would have been out there. The sellers would have won that, and there it is. So with that said, that is trade number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is complete. Let's keep going. Again, we're 6 out of 20 here, so we'll give you more chances to practice your price action. So let's go ahead and set one up right here. Here's another scenario. Here's the bigger picture zoom out of the chart, and let's go ahead and set up trade number 7 here. So we'll set that there, put some risk to reward just so we can see the trade, and here we go. Let's see if we can get a move one way or the other. Doesn't and there it goes. Look at that. Sellers came in strong, barely getting us out of there, but nonetheless, trade number 7 goes to the sellers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So trade number 8 is next, and let's see what the next scenario is. Okay, so I'm gonna do one here. This one looks pretty interesting. Bam, right there. So you let me know, or I guess in your head, let yourself know, would you be buying or selling this market here? So we'll zoom in just a bit so we can see the price a bit better. And there we go. Trade number 8, here we go. So starting out well, and look at that, bam, to the upside. Gold can be a tricky one because that did look like it was sort of in the downtrend, right? Of course, in hindsight, it would have been better to buy there. So again, we'll continue on. So that was trade number 8. Now is going to be trade number 9. So let's give trade number 9 a chance. Right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam. Okay, right here. Are you buying or selling this market? This is trade number 9, you guys. So again, make your decision in your head. Are you long or are you short on this? And let's give this a go. And the result, buyers would have won that one. Cool. So now is trade number 10. We're about to be on the halfway point of this test or this quiz, whatever you'd like to call it. Doesn't matter to me what you call it. Let's keep going. Okay, that's going to be an interesting candle. That is definitely an interesting candle. You think this move is going to continue higher, or do you think this is just going to get faded into? That is your question for this next quiz point here. So again, get your answer ready. And let's see. Looks like the buyers came through. That big engulfing candle did ultimately play out really well to the upside. And look at that, just before a crazy sell back the other direction. That's kind of crazy. So that was trade number 10. We are now officially done with half of the quiz. We'll keep going. Again, track your score, and remember to comment your score once we're done. Look at that candle. Okay, let's make this interesting. Right here, on the bounce back, or on the sell-off there, is gold going lower? Would you say there's going to be follow through here? Or do you think there's going to be a bounce? Get it in your head. And the answer is a bounce back. So we got a little bit of a bounce back here, which of course, in hindsight, I've got the luxury of hindsight here, does look like you sort of have this choppy back and forth. So again, sellers came in at the top, buyers came down in. Of course, it's easy to say what the top and bottom is after the fact, but again, I get to be the moderator here, so I get to have hindsight on my side. You guys don't. Anyways, we'll keep going along. So that was trade number 11 in the quiz. Let's give this another go. We'll give it some time. And right here, let's say right there, are you buying or selling after this spike up and now a little bit of a move back down? What do you think? You think this is going to come crumbling back down further, or is it time to buy gold? Let's make up the, let's make up your mind, and then we'll go from there. So trade number 12 is a go, and it is a win for the sellers. Sellers came in nice and strong. I'm not gonna lie, I think this one's a little bit trickier than last time. This price action quiz feels a bit trickier than last time. Maybe that is just something to think about if you're gonna be trading gold. If you're struggling really hard about this quiz, maybe you think about, think a little bit more if you trade gold. This could be, a good example, or maybe this is just a wake-up call to go do a bit more back testing on gold for some of you guys who are not doing well. So if you're not doing well, don't beat yourself up. It's fine. You just take this as an example of like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't just go betting on gold yet. Maybe I should go back test if I'm going to trade this thing, because it is sort of a crazy market to trade. Look at that big sell-off there on gold. I'm going to see price is coming back down to the lows. Here's a question for you. Do you think trade number 13, do you think we're going lower, or do you think this thing is overdone? So there it is, the trade setup. And the answer is price decides to push lower. Gold is crazy like that. I'm telling you, man, that is like just another day in the market for gold. It does these crazy moves, and then when you think it's gotten too far, it will just go further like that. Kind of crazy. Just a wild market to trade. So please be careful if you're going to actually be trading gold in the real markets. Gold is an absolute monster when you are watching this thing in the real time. It can feel like crazy like this, and the difference is it's actual real money, not just a test here like we're doing in the price action quiz. Okay, the rebound now. Is this just a rebound before sellers take over again, or do you think it's going higher? This is trade number 14. So we are starting to wind up this quiz, so we'll keep going though and see what the answer here is. And the answer is a move to the upside. The bulls kept it going, kept it alive here. So trade number 15 is going to be our next one. What do you think here? Another setup here. We'll just set it right there. Bam. Make up your opinion here if you have one. Of course, if you're sitting out, just don't count it as a win or a loss, but we'll just go ahead and give it a go here. And the buyers pushed us higher. 12.95 got hit, tagged the win for the bulls. So that was trade number 15. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll just double check that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and do another trade here, and let's see how this would have played out. So let's zoom in just a bit, and let's see what we got here going on for gold. Right there, what do you think? Consolidation here. We're going higher? Or do you think this thing is done for? Make up your opinion. And it does look like the winner is the buyers. So we did give the buyers a little bit of a struggle here, but we ultimately did decide to push higher there. So nicely done for the people who bought this market. Looks like we got a pretty strong runaway train here. Let's make up our minds. Do you think this thing is going higher from here? Or do you think it is overdone and time to come back down? Of course, make up your mind. And yet again, the buyers come in strong. Same sort of, look at that, it's like an identical trade. Came down against us and then finally ran higher. So kind of an interesting little setup there. So I believe that was trade number 16 or 17. I'll do one more and then I'm gonna count up again to make sure I'm on par with this. Okay, let's do one right here. So again, we've entered a very different market environment than some of the previous scenarios. We seem to be in a trending market, but let's see if the bulls can actually hold this or if that was a topping point for gold. So we'll go ahead and give you guys a second. There's the zoom out and make up your opinion. Let's go from here. And there it is. Sellers were able to catch a win there. Okay, 2 more, you guys, and then the quiz will be done. Remember to keep track of your numbers if you got them tallied up or something like that. We'll keep going here. We've got 2 more to do. And let's go ahead and do one right here. Again, if it's a trade that you wouldn't sit in on, or you would sit out on is a better way of saying that, feel free to just, calculate as a no gain, no loss sort of scenario. So let's go ahead and take this 19th trade here on the quiz. And there it goes. The buyers are back. So the buyers pushed it up, and we'll do one last trade, you guys. Give buyers and sellers a chance. And here it is. Trade number 20, the finale. Let me know what you think. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Here we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add it. Is it going back to the highs or is it coming back down? That is your question. This is a longer term trade, 1-to-1. There's your risk to reward. And here we go. So starting out, buyers are looking okay. Sellers are coming back. Sellers trying. Back to still break even. And we'll give this some more time, see if gold can make up its mind. I feel like my finger's gonna break off. And whoops, get that back and zoom this out. Might have to take up the whole screen at this rate. So we'll just try and speed this one up. Let's see, looks like the buyers are looking good. Can we get a little bit more? This last trade, you guys. So still in it. I'm telling you, man, this is a workout for my finger. There it is, and the buyers won it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was really fun to do just as the sort of moderator of this. Again, remember to comment down below your total score, tally it up, and don't count the ones if you sat out on the trade. Remember just to count the ones that you took, whether or not they were win or loss. So if you, for example, if you got 10 right, you would say 10 out of 20. If you got 13 right, you would say 13 out of 20. If you got 12 right and 8 wrong, that would be a 12 out of 20. So again, tally it up, comment down below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll do more of these if you guys really enjoy them, and let me know in the comments and in the like button count. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching today's video. There are more videos available on our channel here and here, so go ahead and click into that for some more free trading content. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time.